What's up, YouTubers? Mr. Complete Random here. It's time for a Top 5 Tuesday with my 5 favorite 90s anime. 90s anime is one thing that I know a lot about. I've watched many of the 90s anime. I had a list of over 20 to choose from, and I had to break it down into 5, and it was difficult. I say difficult, I mean extremely difficult. And some of you guys might be surprised with the list that I have, and you guys might be surprised with which ones I did not put in this list and which ones I did. So let's get on to it. Number 5 is the Gundam series. Now, mecha and robots and fighting and big bullets and awesome weapons and cool characters and many different spin-off type Gundam series where you have like G Gundam and Gundam 00 and Gundam Seed and Gundam Wing and many others. But yes, the Gundam series was great. It's one of those that I definitely recommend. It's one of those that I've added to my list many times, and I haven't really talked about this one too much yet, but it's one that's really good, so I added it on my list. So that's number 5. Number 4 is Cowboy Bebop, which you might be able to see this or might not, and it's the Anime Legends DVD set, and Cowboy Bebop is a great starter anime. So if you're just getting into anime, it's one that I would recommend starting off with. It's not too long, and it's not too short either. It's got great animation, and it's got a great storyline, and it's one that I grew up with, and I was like, at first it was like, oh, okay, it's Cowboy Bebop, like, what is this about? You know, you're curious, you know, I'm a kid at that time, and, you know, going ahead and seeing Cowboy Bebop, and, you know, kind of curious about it, and then all of a sudden you watch it, and you just get into it, and then you just keep watching more and more, so, yes, that's what Cowboy Bebop did to me, so I put it as number 4. Number 3 on my list, which actually this is something that I'm going to share some news with you too, is Inuyasha. Inuyasha is a big mainstream anime. I could talk about it for days. I could talk about it all the time, and when I do talk about it, whether it's on Twitter or posting a photo on Instagram or wherever it might be, people go ahead and blow up my page and with comments and likes and retweets and all this other greatness, and they love talking about Inuyasha because it's a long anime, and it's one where you have mainstream characters that everybody knows about, and it's great because it's demons and humans and all this other interactions and stuff, and it's not like your normal kind of anime. It's different, it's unique, it's one where it's got action, and it's got kind of this love romance on the side, and it's got funny moments, and it's got, you know, it's a good mix of an anime. And my announcement about Inuyasha is I have a cosplay coming in the mail. It should be here in probably about a month, and it's Shishomaru cosplay, and I hope you guys will love that one. I will definitely post a lot of photos of that. And yeah, so I got the wig and contacts and ears and the whole entire cosplay, you know, outfit and the shoes and the sword. Everything's coming in the mail, and so yes, Lord Shishomaru will be here soon, and you guys will enjoy that. So yes, that was number 3, and number 2 on my list is Rurouni Kenshin. Samurai X, it's also known as, and I did a review on this one, and you guys might have seen that one already, so you might have expected this one to be on the list, and yes, it did make the list, and it's number 2. The reason why it's number 2 is because it has great animation style. It's different than other anime, and it, you know, has sword fighting, and it has good lessons and good morals, and it's an anime that a lot of people talk about and still talk about, and I've seen it trend a few times on different social media, and it's just, it's a good throwback anime, and you just talk about it, and you're just like, remember Rurouni Kenshin, and people are like, yeah, and it's like, it's one of those anime that just kind of give you the feels, you know, give you that warm feeling inside, and it's just nice. And you know, Kenshin Himura is one of those characters that you're just like, man, he's awesome, right? And of course then the other characters too are nice too, but you know, you're like, Kenshin, he's the man, he's the best, you know. So yeah, so I put him as number 2. And now we get on to my final one of my list, which you guys, some of you guys hit it right on. You knew exactly which one I was gonna pick because I talk about it all the time, and I'm like, yo, this is my favorite, this is my favorite character, this is my favorite show, this is everything, and it's still hitting that top list. And you guys, like I said, some of you guys expected it, and that's Yu Yu Hakusho. I talked about it many times in previous videos, and it is the favorite anime from the 90s. And of course you got Yusuke Urameshi, who gets all these special powers, and he dies episode 1, and he goes ahead and he gets into this dark tournament where he's fighting against demons that just want to annihilate him. And you know, then he has friends with demons and all this other good stuff that happens, and I'm not going to spoil much of anything else with you guys, but it is a long-running anime. It takes about at least 100 episodes or so. It takes about 40-50 hours to watch the entire thing, but you can do it. If you have not watched it yet, do so. And all of these I absolutely recommend because it's on my top 5 list. And yeah, so some people might be surprised that I excluded like Pokemon or Neon Genesis or Outlaw Star was a 90s anime, or Sailor Moon, or I mean, technically Naruto was then, and One Piece was also then, and Dragon Ball Z was kind of right in that era too. But you know what? I chose my list. That is my list that I stuck to, and you guys, like I said, you guys might have been surprised as to which ones I picked and which ones I didn't, and I want to hear your guys' opinion in the comments below. Let me know what your top 5 list is. Put them in the comments below, and if you have a suggestion for another top 5 video, I will definitely take those into consideration. I read all comments. I read messages. If you want to just PM me a message and send it there, or you could just leave the comment, put it in public eye, and I'll read it and maybe even respond to you guys. So yes, leave your list there, leave a thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe if you have not yet. I have so many more videos to come, and as always, deuces up.